What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Joey Work, and we're back. You know what it is, another Friday. You know what that means, another UFC fighter. This week we got Dakota Harry Bush. What's going on, Dakota?
Not too much. Just finishing up a little strength and conditioning here, so uh, ready to get this rolling.
Love it. So you will be the second fighter coming live from the gym. So there you go. We'll knock that off the bucket list. All right. So first off, I do appreciate you coming on the show, taking some time out of your day, hanging out with us, and happy belated birthday, because I know it was about 2 weeks ago was your birthday, so I want to get that out first.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a crazy couple months for me here, so it's just all blending together right now.
I hear you. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm always interested to see how a fighter got into MMA. So, what was the original reason, or how did you start in the MMA world?
Actually, it's like come pretty much full circle for me. When I was probably in fourth, fifth grade ish, my dad was fighting amateur on a promotion called Cage Championships, and which is now my father-in-law. He was the one who had the promotion Cage Championships, and who is also now my trainer. So my dad started fighting, and that got me into it. I wrestled after high school. I went to college and wrestled, and it just wasn't what I really wanted to do. So I started fighting, when I was 18, and I haven't looked back since. So it's been a crazy journey.
Awesome. All right, so I know you had a very impressive LFA career, finished almost all your fights. But what was it like to finally get the call from the UFC to join, the biggest stage of them all?
Yeah, the LFA is, it's right there with the UFC. They help you, get comfortable with, the big lights and the platform, and the skill level is there as well. You're fighting top notch guys, and just the proof's in the pudding. Look how many guys get signed
Yep.
and are just on to the next level. So I knew this day would come. It wasn't if, it was when for me. But when you finally get it, it's just so much weight off your shoulders. You've been working so long for it, and the hard work finally paid off. But now it's time to reassess my goals and you know strive for more and better than what I already have achieved.
Yeah. All right. So I do know your first fight in the UFC didn't go as planned, but after that fight, how do you feel? Did you have any nerves leading up to that fight? And I know, were you hard on yourself? Did you celebrate like you got to the UFC? I get it, but you didn't get the outcome you wanted. Obviously, it was on short notice, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. I think it was like 5 days or whatnot. But what
Yeah,
were your feelings after getting in there?
yeah, you said it all. I'm not upset with the outcome whatsoever. I had 5 days. You know, we stay in shape. Most fighters stay in shape, but there's
Yep.
difference of being in shape and then having 8 weeks of training camp shape. It's just a different world. So, given the cards I was dealt, I thought I performed well given. I think obviously I know I'm better than that, and I can't wait to showcase that. But yeah, I was pleased with what I did. The weight cut I had 31 pound cut in 6 days, and go out there and perform the way I did, and finally be at the level I want to be. So it was all positive, no stress. You know, Going into the fight on paper, I'm supposed to lose that fight.
Yep.
But I thought I was better than him, and I still think I am. He did the only thing, he's a great guy. He's a good competitor, tough as nails. Knew what I was getting into fighting him. And, I think the only thing he had to offer for me was he just had 8 weeks versus my 6 days.
Yep, I hear you. Yeah, you put that. I'm happy that you still have positive attitude even after the outcome and whatnot, because some people will get really hard on themselves after that, and obviously you have a great output on this whole thing. So definitely be rooting for you. I know you are scheduled to fight September 18th versus Zhu Rong, who's a obviously highly touted prospect from China. What can we expect? Can the fans expect from Dakota Bush in this fight?
Man, this one's gonna be super fun. Like you said, he's the number one ranked 155er in all of China, and do the math. The population of China, it's like 2 billion people or something. So it's going to be amazing, to be able to show the world and, put a stop to the hype, because I believe that's all it is. He's only 21 years old. Uh, he hasn't been doing this long. His record's 17-4, I believe, as a pro, which is impressive. But I just know he hasn't fought the competition I fought, and he's not going to see the things, that I'm getting ready to throw at him. It's going to be exciting, but I guarantee a finish. It's not getting out of the second round. I see me finishing him in the first or, midway through the second. I just think I have everything to beat him, and I think he's only got one area, for him to beat me, and that's landing, a good. He throws a clean straight right, and that's really all I've seen. I'm expecting a lot better version of him than how he performed his last fight. You can see that he's skilled and he's a great striker, but I think I'm better, and I'm going to offer a lot, different techniques that he's never dealt with. So I'm going to welcome him, to American wrestling, and I know he's going to prepare for that. So we'll see. We've had like a 20-week notice for this fight, so we're going to see who outworked who, and I know I'm outworking him for sure.
Awesome, man. You got me excited with that. So I see you're into fishing, hunting, and whatnot, but I did see you post a couple photos, of some sharks you caught off the beach. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And to me, the more impressive part is you caught them off the beach. So tell me a little bit about your, hunting, fishing hobby. I did see you claim to be, the best fisherman in the UFC, because that's, I guess, an ongoing joke now. But
Yeah.
I mean, with those sharks, you might be in the lead,
Yeah, so my father-in-law, he's a fishing fanatic. If he was in the UFC, there would be no question that he is the best fisherman. But yeah, we go to the beach, and he's got these huge reels, these Avette reels, and custom-made rods for fishing. And he's the one who got me into it. He's the one who's really the one behind all the big sharks. I run the bait out, and I've reeled in a couple, but for the most part, he's horsed in the majority of them. So it's a different world there, being in the water with an apex predator such as a shark. It's crazy being around like a huge bull shark. It's got more testosterone than any animal on the planet, and you feel inferior to it. So we're trying to get that going. My coach wants to get the challenge. He offered a challenge to Khabib. He'll get in the water and wrestle with the shark, and he'll trade it off. He'll wrestle the bear, and Khabib gets in the water with the shark. So
that's pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, I've gone, shark fishing out in the ocean, but never from the beach. I don't know. That's like a different kind of. You gotta have a different kind of balls to do that.
yeah, and it's a lot harder,
Yeah.
to horse them in on the beach than it is on a boat, because a boat you can follow them, you can drift with them, you can keep the tension where you want it and lead them. On the beach, if you got 1,000 yards of of mono on your reel, and he wants to go 1,200, you're shit out of luck. So
Yeah.
it's a strategic way, getting the head turned and bringing them in. But a big shark, like anywhere from 10 to 20 feet, even if you get lucky to get one of them, if they want to go, they're gonna go. It don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, we just caught. I went mako fishing not too long ago. We caught one mako. He's probably about 7 to 8 foot. But we did have a boat. It was in the middle of the ocean, and we, had to drag him with the boat because we didn't want to bring him on the boat. He would have messed the whole boat up. We didn't really kill him. We couldn't kill him. Because we tie roped him, we roped him, and then we just literally dragged him with the boat to kill his energy a little bit before putting him on the boat. So I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine doing that from the beach. But all kudos to you, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if you heard or not, but Justin James, he is fighting tomorrow. He also joined me on the show, but he did admit he bet his entire show money on himself tomorrow. Do you have any thoughts about that? Would you ever consider doing that?
I have the confidence in myself, and I would, but I don't think my wife would allow it. I don't think she'd be too happy with that.
Yeah, that's a smart answer.
But yeah, I mean, I have all the confidence in the world in myself, so I would do it, if the circumstances would allow it. But no, hats off to him. He's tough as hell, and he's a grinder, man. So I mean, if you said he was going to do it, I believe it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I have a couple fun questions before we get you out of here. Do you have any fight week or even fight day superstitions?
No, not really. I just like to feel good. If I feel good, I feel like I'm gonna fight good. So whatever that takes, if it's I got to sit in an ice bath after the weight cut, and you know whatever I need to do. There's no like superstitions or any like religious ceremonies I do before every fight.
All right, cool. So one of the show followers sent in a funny question. He asked, any historical figure, celebrity, or politician you would enjoy fighting?
Ooh, that's a good one. I mean, I'm probably gonna get a lot of
I've
heat for
got some.
this.
I've got some funny answers here, so I don't. Don't worry.
I'm gonna get some heat for it, but if I could, I'd probably have to say President Biden.
You're not the first, not the second, not the third person that said that. So, all right. The last question I asked every fighter: how did their nickname come about? Yours is Harry. So, how did that originate?
So, my family, my grandpa's name is Harold, and my uncle's name is Harold. And growing up, they got teased being called Harry Bush, and it kind of, since I'm third generation down the line, people would call me that growing up, and I hated it. But once I got into fighting, and what better name than that to get in? It rings, it's good, and people love it. So uh,
Hell yeah.
I'm just hoping next time Bruce Buffer will actually say it when I'm in the cage.
I hear you. All right, so if it's cool with you, we'll just get your thoughts on the two co-main and main event tomorrow, and then McGregor Poirier. So tomorrow's co-main is Tanner Boser versus Ovince St. Preux. You have any thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, me and Tanner got to know each other pretty well out on Fight Island. So he's a great dude, man, and definitely I'm pulling for Tanner. I think not just pulling because I'm biased, but I think he's got the speed and the athleticism for a heavyweight. And I think OSP moving up to heavyweight, he kind of lost some of that. He put on a little more muscle or some, so his mobility is not the same. So I think, Tanner can, if he can keep it on the feet, I think he has a really good shot at winning this fight. And
Okay.
that's what I would say. I think Tanner can edge out a decision. That's what I would pull for on him. But for the Volkov and the Cyril Gane fight,
Yep.
man, that's a toss up for me. I'm gonna have to go with Volkov just because of the experience, and the height and reach, and he's been around, and they're both strikers, so I think he can use that to his advantage a little more. Uh, I think Gane, he's a freak, obviously, but I think he's a little green, for the top echelons to the guys. So we'll see how it plays out, but I think Volkov will edge him out.
Awesome. And then next week, rematch McGregor Poirier. Any thoughts on that one?
I'm saying Poirier, man. I think if Conor made the adjustments that he should have, and he's training hard, I think he possibly could. But man, when you make that kind of money and you're that set, you can't be training to your potential. Like my coach always says, the hungriest dog runs the fastest. So I think Poirier's got something to prove. He's got a little more grit in him. He's got a dog. I think Poirier wins the fight again, and I think it's a finish again. Honestly.
Awesome. All right, well, Dakota, thanks again for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. Is there anything you like to plug? Can you let our followers know where they can find you?
Yeah, on Instagram it's at Dakota_Bush_155, and then on Instagram or on Twitter it's Harry Bush_155, and then Facebook's just Dakota Bush.
Sweet. All right, thanks again, man. We'll be rooting for the future. FYI, I am sponsored by Hot Sauce, Sauce Bay Hot Sauce. Not sure if you're into hot sauce or not, but this is an all-natural hot sauce seen on season 9 of Hot Ones. Celebrity Stone Cold Steve Austin, Adam Devine, Kristen Bell, Juice WRLD, Schoolboy Q. They had nothing but good reviews about it. So as a thank you for taking some time out of your day to come on the show, I'd love to send you a couple bottles.
Oh man, that's amazing. Yeah, I like hot stuff as long as it's not gonna light me up too much. But my wife and my father-in-law, they're heat fanatics. So
All right, so
I
listen,
appreciate it.
I got. There's two different versions. This one it will be for you, and this one
Okay.
will be for your wife and father-in-law. This is the hotter
Okay.
one. All right.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So just send me your address in the DM or whatever. Send me wherever you want me to send it, to Jim, whatever you want to send it, and I'll get it out this week to you, and I'll get you one of them each, so you could try them out and whatnot. But appreciate you guys coming. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate Dakota Bush. Shout out Dakota Bush for coming on the show. We'll definitely be rooting for you in the future, man. Hit the like button, guys, before you get out of here. Make sure to follow us on all social medias. And good luck on it. Good luck on your fights moving forward. We'll definitely be rooting for you versus Mr. Wrong. So thanks again, guys. I will be back Sunday for baseball and again next Friday with another UFC fighter. Peace and love, everybody. Joey works out.